Hey guys, I hope there's some of you on here. If you can hear me, please type in, yes, I hear you. Um, I hope you're all having a wonderful day. I am the girl that developed this group, and Gonda is my partner in everything that we stand for in concerns of Hummingbird Project. Now, what I'm hoping is that you guys have a load of questions that you wish to ask. I would hope that I am able to answer them. I will do my best to answer anything or everything that you wish to ask me in concerns of Hummingbird Project. Like maybe what you want to know is what it's about. Well, it's about advocacy and using this page as a platform for which allows you to speak your mind and how you interpret your world or what you've experienced having issues with disability. And my hope is that I also get to know you as a person and maybe help you get a little bit braver and maybe even have a video for yourself and that you can post it here or whatever. Like, I am here to help you as much as I can, but I'm also here to advocate for better services, better programs, and to kill that flippin' IQ test that PDD puts out that denies you services and programs for which may help you as you age or come into adulthood. What I want is a vocational program that services individuals on an individual base on a one-to-one setting for both environmental, work placement, and as well as on-the-job training and community and social work skills for which you need to live and survive in a society you may be blind to because of neurological or cognitive deficits. What our government has done in 30 years is not right. And we need to stand together and voice our opinions, voice our views. Me and Gonda cannot do this alone. I meant this for all of Alberta. I love doing this for you guys. But I need your guys' voice. I need your guys' stories. I need your guys' thoughts. And I don't know pretty much what I'm doing because I'm flying blind, but I have lived experience in the vocational services as I was a client of Peak Vocational Service. I know what they're about. And it was programs like that that were all over Alberta up until 20 years ago, when it came all crashing down on Alberta and forced people like me to live in a society for which we are blind. Today, I can't even get a job without having liability thrown in my face. If I have a meltdown, I get people saying, "Funny, you don't look," to my husband. It's not right. It's not fair. In the 90s, disability was coming out of the woodwork like crazy. The community was coming together, and then Klein crashed it, which destroyed lives, your lives. Bill C-81 is ready and willing to help anyone who has physical issues or mobility issues or people that have aids that help them or are able to help the average person see that you have a disability. But if you have something like mine, I am not about to wear noise reducing ear muffs on my head because A, I hate things on my freaking head. B, I'm not about to announce my disability all over Hell's Half Acre just to say what I have, just to get help. I shouldn't have to do that. It's embarrassing. I don't know what to do or how to go about it other than what I'm doing. I'm doing what comes natural to me because I'm tired of pretending to be something that I am not to a society that doesn't understand and expects me to magically develop neurons in my head to become what they consider is socially acceptable when I do not have the capacity to do so, but it does not stop me from learning. It does not stop me from living. I am not broken. I may not have soft skills or tact or whatever. My love isn't disability. And yes, if I come across as rude or belligerent or otherwise, or however you want to flip and see it, guess what? I am excited and I am angry at the same time. I'm excited because I get to talk about what I love. I am angry and frustrated about the fact that I am not able to access the right thing or the right programs that suit my needs. Even though that I have PDD and I am grandfathered, the problem is Edmonton does not facilitate the needs of invisible disabilities. What I have been through and what I have seen is meant for the physical or seen or more apparent issues that disability has to offer. In other words, if it's seen or heard, great. They're ready to help. But people like me get work placement programs for which we get thrown out the door because they do not understand autism. They don't want to understand autism. They don't want someone like me teaching them about autism. So it's time to develop a program for us, for all disabilities, no matter the age, no matter the situation, no matter the diagnosis, because what I want is individualized services through vocation, through which means addresses a person as a whole, instead of putting little things in little boxes and expecting our arses to fit in it. When a person is only addressed as the symptoms here and there, then only one symptom, if they have comorbid issues, is being addressed. When they could be like me, where they have social anxiety disorder on top of ADHD, on top of autism. When you have only one diagnosed being addressed, how do you facilitate the rest? How do you cope? You don't. My hope is that what I would like to bring is a program that not only helps us in everyday life, as in work, community, social, and as well as home life, or even in our families, with our children. Then on top of that, I want it to be a main hub for all to come together and be a working team through means of collaboration and advocacy to teach society that disabilities are not always seen, heard, or known, unless if one is professional and know what to look for. One would have to be in the disability field, knows about neurology, and as well as cognitive deficits, for which come delays in certain behavioral issues and or other ways. Or if you're a scientist and you're curious about the brain, perhaps even give me a flippin' lobotomy. Unfortunately, that's not going to happen unless I'm dead. So On top of that, I wish to also have this program operate as kind of a watchdog for all of Alberta when it comes to governing systems that may cut programs through funding in services, which may close down programs or resources that could very well help all of us. Vocational programs, up until 20 years ago, used to be all over Alberta, places like Beak. Unfortunately, what I see is a total failure of a system for which Klein destroyed. And yes, I do not like the bugger. He is dead. And it's time our government picked up the pieces and started listening to us. I want this to be a collaboration of all disabilities, all networks, all places that deal with disability, no matter the issue, no matter the diagnosis. That way, if we have little silos, those silos can now be branches and have a main hub for which acts on the interests of everybody and is a watchdog and helps to bring in and implement not only programs and services to help us, but also implements laws for which facilitate the needs and protects programs like what I propose, and works with all advocacy areas and governing systems for which may, due to cuts and or resources being cut through government decisions that could affect all of us. I want these laws in effect so that they cannot cut or touch services of disability. And on top of that, they cannot make laws without talking to us. This has to end. We have to be able to stand together and speak as one voice. I am tired of pretending to be something that society expects me to be. I don't have the energy or the neurological conditions to do that. I was born this way. I will die this way. And it is hell on my marriage to go and pretend all day to be something that society considers as acceptable. Because all my energy is taken, and I cannot be a wife to my husband when I am mentally and physically tired from pretending all day. I will be me. I am done. And if that's not good enough to society, too bad. I shouldn't have to pretend to be something just for everyone else to accept. I am unique, and I deserve to be treated and respected as the human I am supposed to be and as nature made me. Now, if this is not acceptable to you as a disability community, I am sorry. But this is my passion, this is my love. And I'm sorry, but I am done with this BS. I am done with putting up with decisions that the government puts out there which could impede or destroy lives from ever succeeding or getting meaningful work for which one, if they are married, such as I am, and their husband makes too much money, gets denied AISH. If my husband dies tomorrow, do you know what I'm more afraid of in this world? than, say, being in a crowd. I'd rather go and have a meltdown in the middle of West Edmonton Mall than face my future. If my husband gets sick, my main concern is, am I going to be able to take care of him plus myself? If my husband dies, how do I support myself? Who do I go to for support when all I have is gone? How do I navigate a system I am blind to or don't understand? Without these services, we are a damned society. And it's time to pick up the pieces and bring together and unify Alberta so that all rules, all legislation, all funding is the same across the board. It doesn't matter if it's FSCD or PDD or whatever government grant or program that goes into making these programs to help us. There should be one set of rules, one set of ways of doing things. That way, there is no left hand not knowing what the right hand is doing. Instead, it is a unified service clear across the board of Alberta that works hand in hand as a teamwork effort to supply the needs of many in all communities. Small, big, it doesn't matter. And if this takes off in Alberta, I would only hope that Canada follows suit. My hope is to not only see children coming into adulthood not walk our path, especially mine, where I get denied access to things that I need every day, or I walk into an employment place and it's either funny I don't look or you're a liability, when I know damn well I've got experience in the area and have had for many years. To getting a job and having it last 2 weeks because I'm too thorough. Well, I have to be too thorough in order to do the job. I make a mistake, I get shit on. You know what? That's not right either. It is time that Alberta unifies in the disability sector. We cannot be fractured. We cannot deny accessibility for one and not the other. Because my accessibility relies on programs and properly trained staff just as much as yours does. It is what it is, people. This is what I face. This is what you face. This is your reality. So start talking. I'm not afraid to talk. I am not afraid to voice my opinions. And I am not afraid to say what I need to say, as blunt as I am. I will not soften the blow. I will not say things that are not real when they are. It is what it is. And I thank you for listening.